Cool. How's it, guys? It's Andrew here.
With Lawrence here.
Now, we are here in Boksburg viewing a property, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
And just so you know, Lawrence is one of our coaching clients and you joined us recently, didn't you?
Yes, about 5 months ago.
About 5 months ago. Now, we always talk about, getting direct to private sellers and how do you find these private sellers? Well, we are here now live at a private seller with a private seller. She's inside the property. We've walked around and we've seen opportunity, not just for multi-lets. This is a multi-let property as it stands, but what else have we seen?
We've seen that there's huge potential for converting it into a student accommodation. I'm seeing that there's a college, there's also a hospital that's nearby here.
And literally, and she was saying, Lawrence, the college, TVET college, is across the road. So we will take a walk there a little bit later.
Yeah.
And one of the lecturers lives in the property. So I've had a conversation with him. Said, buddy, if I buy this property, you are my caretaker. So now you'll see there's about 4 or 5 units that are rented out already. The thing I like about this opportunity, Lawrence, is that where investors go wrong is the lack of utility management. So no prepayment meters, and those costs are soared through the roof. But as you've seen, Lawrence, you want to maybe stand over here before you get knocked out, is that there's prepayment water meters and prepayment electricity meters. The tenants buy their own gas. The only expense this landlord's got is her bond, her insurance, and her rates and taxes, and of course general maintenance. But let's just take a walk around. Come with me. So over here, this building over here has got 3 units. They're 3 bachelors, aren't they?
Yes, they are. So we've got the first bachelor over here, which is quite nice and cozy. So I think the 3 of them are the same size. Currently have 3 tenants. Actually, one of the lecturers stays in one of the
this one over here
of the smaller ones. Yes.
Okay, so let's go have a look. And you'll notice that there's a lot of space. So parking isn't an issue here, which is great. You're going to be famous. So the one thing I picked up that might be nice is just to put some maybe electric fencing, some barbed wire or electric fencing as security.
Yeah. And Andrew, if you don't mind me asking, what are these things? I see some of
those look like cylinders, eh?
Oh, okay.
So very possible they're cylinders for the units.
Yeah.
This must be the back of those 2 units that we saw, hey,
yes.
where the lecturer sits. So we'll go into the main house just now, but we're walking around the back. She has another unit over here. So that's just a standalone unit. But again, inside these units, they're actually in very good condition. In fact, there's granite tops on all the kitchen tops except for the 1 unit. But you can see the tiles are good quality, and the landlord, the current owner, has spent quite a bit of money on these units, which is great. Don't get me wrong. Looking around the property, a fresh lick of paint, some new back doors. I definitely want to get someone like a Marisha Robus and inspect. And if you just come stand here, let's just have a look at the roof as well. I am slightly concerned, not highly concerned, but I am, if I look there on top of that roof over there, you see there's bricks. So as we walk in, let's just have a look for any leaks. This is where, guys, when you are buying a property and you walk through, you're like, yes, okay, great. It's got granite tops in the units. And inside these actual units, when I look at it, it's fine. But if you look at the exterior now and you look at the roof and why they've got bricks on the roof, and that is a big concern of mine. If you look up there as well, can you see the gutters half falling down on the left-hand side there? See if I'm pointing down there? To your left, to the left. There. See there, the gutter, it's half falling down. So this roof definitely is going to need TLC. And so when you put your offer in a property like this, you'll put the offer in subject to myself being satisfied with an inspection report by someone like Marisha Robus from Gauteng Property Inspections. But like you're saying, Lawrence, we're seeing big opportunity now with. The great thing is I could buy this property. I've got to get the purchase price right. There's about 5 tenants, eh?
5 units, yes.
5 tenants paying no arrears. We've met actually, I think 4 of them seem like great tenants. So you can buy the property with the return, but the opportunity is going to be in the conversion of the inside of the property into student accommodation. There's already communal bathroom, communal kitchen. Look, it needs quite a bit of work. I'll take you through now. If we can get that right, that's where the cha-ching might be with this property. This is what I was talking about. There's things like old doors. Now, this property, before the owner bought it, if you have a look in here, was used as a drug rehab center. That's why you've got 2 showers, the 2 basins, a urinal. And when the current owner who bought this in COVID had bought the property, the previous owner said, hey, this is being used as a drug rehab and do you want to keep it as that? She said no. So she's bought it, kept it as a very basic multi-let. Why hasn't she done student accommodation? For her, it's too much hassle. She doesn't want to go down the road. And why she's selling, personal reasons. And obviously I can't share with everyone, but it's personal reasons. So she wants to offload. And like most sellers, they just want to get their money back. But remember, regardless of what someone wants for a property, that's what we're willing to pay, and does the deal make financial sense? So let's just walk around. So right now, I've already got a communal bathroom. Hello. And we definitely would be looking at renovating the kitchen. So the house hasn't been worked on, has it, Lawrence?
Not for a long time.
So maybe, Lawrence, we just walked on. Why don't you take us through some of the ideas we have? And we spoke about maybe putting the 2 beds in each room, and take us through the property.
If you were to go into, if you can start this side,
Yep.
Maybe. So the owner had a couple of ideas, obviously, but she did not think through the route of student accommodation. She always thought of multi-let, and she had the idea of converting this into a 1-bedroom bath. This side, which is quite spacious. That side can be sort of the main bedroom. The kitchenette can be somewhere over here. And obviously, I don't think this side there would have been a plan for a bathroom, because there's the communal bathroom over that side.
And the thing with that, Lawrence, so what Lawrence is saying is that the first option she was saying is you could take this house and convert it into 6 units.
Separate units.
And that's what you're saying. So 6 units, that's 6 kitchens, 6 bathrooms, 6 new sets of plumbing, 6 sets of tiles. Can be quite expensive, right?
Yes.
The other option was basic student accommodation.
Yeah.
Still, guys, I'm not, I still want to put a new kitchen in. I still want to spice this property up. But then we don't need to put new bathrooms in. So we find out from TVET College what the rules and regulations are, what they expect from a NASFA's point of view. And then we could just give that to them, couldn't we?
We could.
So, how many beds could we fit in here, do you reckon?
In here, depending, this is quite a big room, actually.
We could even split this, couldn't we, if we wanted to?
We could. Could be split into 2 and easily fit 4 to 6 beds.
And so, and the one thing I'd like to do with the students is we can give them a kitchen, right? Also make sure whether it's this room or that room or one of the rooms, give them a communal space where they could sit and they could chill, and then give them bedrooms. So what we need to do, Lawrence, is visit the TVET College. So we go across the road, introduce ourselves as property investors, and we're looking to buy the property. Find out, and I want to find out about the demand. I want to find out about NASFAS and what they're paying and what the rules and regulations, what their terms are. We're in the month, we're in beginning of the year. What would it might be bad timing, but remember, we still want to buy the property, renovate the property. We want to be ready for next year's intake. So it could be that we renovate the property, we rent it to local people,
For now,
and then we look for the intake, don't we?
Yeah, 100%.
And then, Lawrence, there's quite a few rooms through here, aren't there?
Yes, there are.
I also want to check out things like DD boards, and does this property need to be rewired, or when was the last time it was worked on? You can have a quick sneak preview in there if you want, Mr. Cameraman. Hello.
I don't understand the plan for doing this house.
No, it's weird. It's like a maze, this house. But the great thing is, if you come look over here, so what the landlord's done is cordoned off with a brick wall. All the building plans are in place. This, on the other side of here, is a 2-bedroom unit. So she's taken this house, chopped it into 2. There's a 2-bedroom unit that she's renting out, I think, for like 5,500 rand. Then there's this side of the house. And there are building plans. So what I'll now do is I'll take the building plans, I'll contact my architect, and we'll sit down together. This is what the house looks like. Once you'll go do some due diligence at the TVET College.
Yes.
So I'm going to ask you if you can do that.
Definitely.
And we're going to find out the demand. We're going to ask all the necessary questions about, I said about the demand, regulations, terms and conditions. And then Lawrence is going to get all that information for us to go, yes, this will work for student accommodation, providing we do A, B, C, and D. Once we have those figures, we then need to get some quotes, don't we?
Yes.
If we were to do like the flooring, I'd love to keep the flooring, change the doors, get some security in here, and just look, do the minimal, but we don't want to be slum landlords. We want to make sure it's quality accommodation. And that's where the opportunities with this deal is. We already have multi-lets. I think it's about 5 units all together, and taking this property and converting it to student accommodation. There's plenty of space. There's one driveway right, but there's space for another driveway over there.
That side, seeing that it's a corner property,
yeah.
So there's good potential for two entrances.
Yeah. In fact, let's take a walk around and go have a quick look at everything. So before I actually, would buy this property, due diligence in terms of a property inspector, get some quotations on the works, and make sure we can use this for student accommodation. This is it. I just want to quickly walk around you. I'll be 2 seconds. Okay, I'll be very quick. Thank you.
I can already see the board for the college.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So remember, when you are viewing a property, don't just walk inside the property. Make sure that when you do drive to the property, that you do a drive through the area. Make sure you're happy with the area, and then make sure you walk around the property. I see Lawrence; she does have spikes on the walls.
Yeah, spikes on the wall. And this seems like a main road, eh?
Yeah, it does, eh?
Seems to be quite busy.
There's your West Campus sign. Can you see there? There's the college. You'll notice a lot of cars.
Yeah.
So what we could do is get signage up saying student accommodation if we wanted to. We come down a quiet road, and I think that's the university across the road.
I think it's very, very close, eh?
Yeah. So if that's the driveway, we could very easily, guys, get another driveway somewhere in here.
Yeah.
There is an entry gate for walking.
Yeah.
So the good thing, I love corner property. I always say to my clients, my coaching clients, it's always good to buy corner properties. It gives you more space. You can see there's plenty of garden space, even though we don't need parking because they're potentially going to be students.
Student accommodation,
but there's space. And I think that's what's important.
It's big.
And here we go. So have a look at this, Lawrence. I mean, I can almost touch the wall. This is how close to the university, guys. This is a massive opportunity that the current landlord is not doing. And I think she hasn't taken the opportunity purely because if you don't understand something, it becomes fearful, right? And you don't do it because what happens, what if? But I mean, Lawrence, what you've seen so far, what do you think?
I think it's a very good opportunity, obviously, taking the route of student accommodation. Due diligence is quite important, especially with the fact that we need to understand the conditions for the college and understand if there's funding in terms of the students and what we need to get the thing running.
Sure, 100%. And I think so. If we try to sum up the due diligence, so first time I've seen the property here, Lawrence.
Yes.
Now, and I'll just summarize it. So we just viewed the property, right? We now have to look at what's the cost of doing the renovation works to the property to convert it to student accommodation. What's the cost of buying all the furniture for student accommodation?
Yeah.
Things like prepayment waters, prepayment electricity, that's all in place. Things like the roof, what's the roof going to cost us? I've got a feeling that the roof needs work.
Yeah.
Nothing that can't be fixed though, of course. And so we're going to make sure that the house is going to be sound when we buy it and what's the cost of it. Then what's the opportunity over here? Have you got time now?
Yes, now I've got a bit of
So can you go across just now when we finished?
Yeah.
I've got to shoot. I'm going to watch my son's basketball game.
Okay.
So talk about, mixing property and life and balance. So your homework,
Yeah.
even if there's two things now, if you don't get hold of anyone there, the lecturer lives there. I'll get the number of the lecturer from the owner.
Okay.
You're going to call it and start the due diligence. I'm going to say to the owner, please don't sell this property. It's a private sale to anyone else. I'm very, very interested. I've got to cross my T's and dot my I's. And I need to build that relationship with the seller, ensure that he doesn't sell to anyone else. I'll tell her I'm going to get an offer to purchase for next week. We are going to put an offer in. And it's going to be subject to the due diligence, the inspection, all of that. All right. So I'm super excited about this one. It's come out of nowhere. It's a private sale, and this is what you get in the coaching program, right?
Yes, 100%.
If you never put that post, if you never said you needed help, you wouldn't be here right now, would you?
I would not be here.
Can you see the value in this?
I see it.
And this is the difference, guys. When you put your name out there, when you rock up, 80% of success is just showing up.
Yeah.
And this is what we do at Sapin, guys. We walk the streets, we meet sellers, we bring coaching clients with us, and now that's going to be your due diligence.
100%.
Okay,
I'll get it done.
So I'm going to get Lawrence to drive the project for us, because that's how you actually get experience, is to do the work yourself with my guidance. And yeah, guys, I think we'll call it quits there for now. I'm super excited about this one. Stay tuned. There's more to come this week.
Woo.